Thank you, Boyle. All right, so who's defending Dick Cheney and who's telling us how bad he is?
Oh, Dick Cheney's my hero.
I'm not doing that.
Come on.
Ever. Thank you.
What, Dick Cheney or the whole thing?
The thing that's exactly like roast mortem.
It's not exactly. You guys, Roast Mortem was all about the history and the bad history. This is like, hey, Dick Cheney was kind of an asshole, but he raised money for kids.
Well, no, how about those tax cuts, though? I mean, George Bush got the credit, but that was Cheney.
Yeah.
All right. The rich got richer. And that's,
then you also had
WMDs.
WMDs. Oh, my balls hurt. Oh, fuck.
Well, that was Colin Powell's fault because Cheney's the master.
Every time you disrespect Colin Powell, your balls hurt.
Oh, man, I got a lot of weird. All right.
That's the curse of America.
I can't laugh. It sucks.
Talk shit about Colin Powell and you get testicular torsion.
Yeah. God, what the fuck's going on right now? I got all sorts of shit going on. Hold on. I'll be right back.
I feel real bad that Colin Powell's whole legacy is that WMD speech.
The vanilla, not the vanilla, the yellow cake.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that still. You know what I mean? It's just like, is it really uranium if he was keeping it in his heart side breast pocket? You know, like, oh, I have uranium in my inner pocket. Like, you do, Mr. Powell.
Yes, all right. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back. Where are you going? What the fuck, Rim?
He's got to poop. Look at him. Did you not see his face? That was the face of the man that needed to.
I love how his screen moves.
Yeah.
Like looking for him. It's like, where are you at, boss?
That was the face of a man that needed to pinch an inch.
That's a good one. Pinch an inch. I've never heard that one.
You can use it for pooping and masturbating, huh? Hmm?
Oh, that's very versatile.
Like
pinch an inch.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, it's Thanksgiving dinner, and you know your grandma's like, "Where are you going, Randall?" And you're just like, "I have to pinch an inch, Granny."
And then I wink and go, wink,
wink, and then you disappear for exactly 38 minutes.
No, it doesn't take me that long to do anything, Cody.
I mean, if you're a one and done kind of guy, sure, Randy, but whatever. You do.
Oh, you're not? Man, I'm lazy.
Man, I'm lazy.
I ain't got time.
Grandma, I'm lazy. I'll be back in 7.5 minutes.
Yeah, it does take me a while to find something to watch.
That's half the thing. You know, you're on Netflix and you're just like, oh, what do I want to... Oh, the British are doing something today.
Yeah, that's what I was referring
Netflix,
to.
yeah, Netflixing and chilling.
Good cover. Netflix is getting too expensive, man. Like,
I don't know.
Going. It's just cable with extra steps.
What are they at right now?
Like, I think we pay like $24.75 or something
per month.
We got the 5 screen because my grandparents use it. And they won't pay for it. They call us whenever like we're clearly out of money and can't afford it, and they shut it off. And they're like, "Hey, so when you gonna turn your Netflix back on?" It's like, come on, man. We gotta wait 3 days for payday. Jeez, them's the way of the roads. That's the way you taught me, Mamo. All right, not seeing the email yet.
Well, I just sent it.
Well, fuck. Rim, you said you were sending it like 2 minutes ago, so I'm fucking sorry, Rim. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what? Did you get it?
Yeah, I'm gonna test it here.
I got watermelon.
This is the weirdest fucking show. This is the weirdest fucking show.
Why?
Because you've got watermelon, Rim.
What's wrong with that? I'm hungry.
You've never, like, if I would have known this was an eating podcast, I would have ate.
Listen, I've been going through a lot with my health this past 2 weeks. Oh, I should probably talk about some of that, huh?
Are we ever going to start this show? This is the show that never starts.
Yeah, because I never, because I'm the only person who's doing show notes, Randy. And like, if you had some of this in there already, I wouldn't have to fucking catch up. Okay? Like, you just told me about Svenson's Dick of the Week.
Well, I thought you might follow Twitter. I think he tagged me.
No, I was too busy.
Follow tweets you're tagged in.
I was too busy looking at the leader of the First Order give a speech in Philadelphia tonight.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, you didn't see any of that?
What's the leader of the First Order?
Is it something racist, Rem?
No, Joe Biden
God
gave a
damn it,
speech calling half of America terrorists, and he did it in front of a red background with fucking Marines in the back, and it looked like he was like giving a speech to the First Order. It's hilariously awful.
It still sounds racist, Rem. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Biden is racist. Yeah, absolutely.
No. Yeah.
I was about to take a bite of my watermelon.
Take a bite of your watermelon. Intro
Yeah.
with a full mouth. Do it.
I have the power.
I like when Randy just starts the show. I like this.
Yeah.
You ready, Cody?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 226 of the Rich Dickman Show podcast. It is slightly better than mediocre. I'm your host, Rim. Back at you once again. Happy to be here tonight. Happy and thrilled, Matthew. That's right. You heard me. Let me be your simp Dickman, baby. Let me simp for you. I'll wear your shirts. I'll call you guys. I'll put stickers everywhere. Anyway, hey, Cody's here. Randy's here. I'm all over the place. Let's do this thing. Randy, what's going on, buddy?
Fucking snot-nosed kid got me sick for the first time in 3 fucking years. This
Bro.
is bullshit. I'm not ready for it, and I am such a baby.
Yeah,
My
right
kid-
in time for September.
My kids are literally snot-nosed kids right now, so you're not
Oh
alone.
my god, it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm
You
sorry.
know,
buddy.
and she's in band now, so I got to buy all these expensive instruments. It's like
Yeah.
what kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
what kind of instruments?
violin and flute.
The electric triangle.
What? They let them play 2 instruments?
It's a small school, Rim. They have to.
Oh,
There's
yeah, they
there's
gotta
extra
level
woodwinds laying around in the hallway.
up. Nobody wants that shit. Everyone wants to play
No.
saxophone. Nobody wants to play anything else. Cody, what's going on, buddy?
Saxophone is a instrument of angels. Good. Chilling, hanging out, doing
Yeah.
things. My mom's in
instruments do you
town
play?
this week. I couldn't
Oh,
play
fun.
anything. I couldn't play anything in high school. But
Oh,
it
good
was
for
wild.
yourself.
In Missouri 4th grade, it was mandated to do strings. So I just kind of like pretended to know how to do it when the teacher
Wait.
like looked at me. Yeah.
Mandated.
String mandated.
I had to
yeah,
do
violin.
bells in Catholic school. That was mandated.
Well, what kind of schools do you guys go to? I went to school. They said, "Hey, do you want to join the band?" I said, "Yes." They said, "Hey, what do you want to play?" I said, "I don't know, trumpet." And I played trumpet for 4 years.
Oh, I did trumpet for
where?
60
Do
minutes.
trumpet.
Somebody stole my book, and I quit in a fit of rage.
Was that
I had
person you, Randy? Did you steal
No.
your own book and run out of the room all angry?
No,
I can't do that. I can't work like this. I'll be in my trailer. It's funnier when you're a little kid saying it because it's slightly sadder.
That's exactly how it went down. It was my uncle's trumpet, and that motherfucker, I hated it because it was so old. Because it wasn't his trumpet originally; it had been passed down through the family since like the 20s. And I was like, man, this
you
is
still
a
have
old
it?
ass instrument.
Yeah, it smelled like
My
cigars
great grandma
and
took it
hookers.
back when I quit.
Oh.
Yeah, it was something else.
I still got my
Took it back when
trumpet.
I quit.
It's got a blockage in it. Kristen says you've been a real pain in the ass today. You being a pain in the ass? Don't you dare be a pain in the ass to my Kristen.
Well, she came home at fucking 1:45 and she knows I had to do a fucking podcast and I haven't ate all day. She's like, "Hey, babe, here's dinner." And I'm like, "Thanks. That's real helpful.
You peeking.
Want it?
Now that I don't have time to eat it."
Yeah. I mean, you could have said something. You could have been like, "Yo, I didn't have dinner."
We could have
Yeah.
done the
I'm
show
not going
around
to
it.
face the wrath
We-
of Rich Dickman.
We could have like done a
I
quick
would rather be
mukbang.
sick.
No, we could have done a quick
Yeah.
mukbang show for you, dude.
Exactly. I mean, YouTube Shorts. We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
Nobody submitted me anything, and I haven't done anything either. I've been busy.
I feel like I could like sports commentate a mukbang if Randy was the star.
oh my
It's
god,
like,
that sounds like
there's
bonus
Randall
content.
with the fork going in.
What would you like to mukbang, Randy? Like if you had
He's
your
going ham on the pork.
if you had your druthers, what would be
He
your mukbang?
Can go all the way.
Can you just yell goal for me, Cody, one time?
Gol! Cerveza! Cerveza cabeza.
Cerveza cabeza.
Sorry. No, yeah.
What would I
Go with
eat? I don't know, just mashed potatoes for days.
Oh,
Instant
come
mashed
on.
potatoes.
Fucking Christ, Randy. Like, that's your mukbang. Like, that's your mukbang
Instant-
entertainment. Like, I'm
instant-
going to
yeah.
eat mashed potatoes for.
God damn.
That's how we're going to kick Randall's mukbang hour off.
In high school,
Just
I had to make a dessert once for everybody
Mashed
in the class.
potatoes. You get
And
to
I
watch
used a 5-gallon bucket and made pudding.
Randy eat the gray lumps. That's the name of this show. Thanks.
You know,
Randy.
I always like the lumpy parts of the instant mashed potatoes. I don't know why. It always felt extra salty to me. I'm a little
Idaho
extra
and doesn't
baked
have any
butter.
lumps,
Oh,
man. They're
you know
good.
those
They
lumps are
figured
made
it
of
out.
salt. That's why.
Yeah.
That's
Love
what
it.
that
That's
is.
great.
Yeah, it's magic.
Don't
It's
make me laugh, fucking Cody.
magic. It's fucking
It makes
magic.
me cough.
Yeah, Randy's be coughing tonight. I'm not going to be editing out any of that. So try not to. And Randy, you want to edit this one for me this week?
We're all going to be extra not funny to be
When I'm
easy on
sick?
Randy.
You want me to
right,
edit when
Cody?
I'm sick, Rim? Yeah,
Yeah,
not a
you
problem,
ain't,
bud.
You ain't doing shit.
It's not like I'm doing 2 jobs now or anything. You know.
Goddamn. Hey, if you're out there, if you're interested in starting a podcast, you need somebody to professionally edit your podcast, I'm available. Hit me up.
Yep,
Hit me
$20
up. Yep.
an hour, $40 minimum.
No,
If you reach out to me, I can get you a better deal.
God, no, that's not. That's not.
That's what I've been telling everybody that I've been pushing you to. That way I can get half.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah.
God damn it, Randy! That's not how that's supposed to go. Thank you to Stephen R. Dickman for joining us.
You
last
give me
week.
the mates rate, and I resell the mates rate. That's the way it works.
Okay,
Cody taught me about mates rates.
We'll
Yeah,
talk
it's
after.
important.
Yeah. Hey, good news. Stephen apparently is flying into town on October 9th. That's
Who's
the
town?
Sunday.
You
That's not enough
think
time.
in your head we're all like one state away from you? You called the fucking air.
I
trip
just
we
said
did
he was
road
flying
trip.
in.
From what town? Into what town? We all live in different towns, asshat.
He's flying.
What
into
town is he
Hartford.
flying to? Okay,
the
your
only town that matters.
Good.
Yeah, Hartford. The only town that matters.
yeah.
God damn,
Yeah.
world fucking.
Connecticut is the
Hartford.
goddamn center of your map, isn't it? It's, like,
It's
oh,
funny
yeah.
how Connecticut only has towns, you know? Like
here's
we've
where
got
I
a-
in Ohio, we got
pasta.
cities.
We've got a city or two. We've got
The
New
only
York has
Hanford.
everything from villages to cities, villages
Yeah.
to megaopolis. It's just like
Townships, motherfucker. We should get that. Should be our next podcast.
What is a
We just really
township?
get into local government. I don't fucking know.
Oh,
They have trustees and they fucking take your money.
what does that
and,
mean? Yeah,
And they own like 3 feet of the grass off the road, and they have to mow it, and they take it very fucking seriously.
Speaking of towns, all right, my wife's boss, this happened just today. All right, he's got a property in one of these shitty shoreline towns, right? Not shitty, it's very nice. Well, this one's shitty. This one's a shitty town. I hate this place, but it's on the shoreline in Connecticut, right? And he's got this property, and it's an older property, and it sucks, right? He wants to update it. He wants to knock it down and put some cottages in for some people and build a nice house for himself on this thing, by the beach and everything. And the people, the neighbors are complaining. They're on Facebook. Right. And they're complaining, what? Because the notice goes up, construction's going to happen here, planning and zoning, all this shit. It's like, why would they do this? This is a historic property. They can't, it's a historic landmark. And they're like, wait a second, it's not historic at all. I mean, it's historic, but it's not on the registry, so he can do whatever he wants. It's his property. He bought and paid for it. He pays taxes on it, unfortunately. It's his property. And the town is now petitioning. The citizens of the town are now petitioning the town to stop this, so he can't update and
That's
build.
awesome. Government and work.
No, it's not awesome. It's
Government
fucking bullshit.
action.
So I told my wife, I said, tell your boss, I said, listen, when he gets this shit done and he's ready to go, we can take the bulldozer to that fucking place, call me up and we're going to sit down, we're going to have cigars, we're going to drink a case of beer, and we're going to laugh at all the fucking people as they walk by complaining that it's being knocked down. Because fuck mind your own business, piece of shit. Anyways, love government.
You should go to that construction site and intentionally set up amps to make the construction noise louder, and then just direct it out. Because technically, once you've won the battle to be as loud as you can, you should absolutely be as loud as you can, and rent amps and then just turn them outward into the town.
It is our duty as Americans to annoy those noisy
And
pieces
loudly.
of shit as much as possible.
Loudly as
yeah.
possible.
I mean, I think their property values are kind of part of their business.
Well, their property values are only going to go up with brand new stuff there.
I mean, historic stuff has a place.
It's not historic. It's not in any registry or anything. It's just old. But people think it's historic because it's old, because people are stupid.
And also,
The government convinced people to wear masks for 2 years. They're all dumb. Sorry.
Yeah, that came
I had
out
to
of
wear a
nowhere,
mask
Rem. You okay?
yesterday, bud.
Yeah.
I
got an MRI.
Yeah.
You know how much getting an MRI sucks for being a fat man?
Oh, yeah, because they don't have extra large tubes, do they?
Oh, I had to get an extra large tube, motherfucker. Still, my arms were dragging. I had to do it like this.
What'd you get an MRI on?
My neck.
What's
You
happening?
want me to read it to you?
No.
It sounds pretty bad.
Oh. Cody, do you know how to interpret medical jargon?
No, but I know how to laugh.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so C2 through 3, right unconvertible hypertrophy.
These are your cervical
Severe right
vertebrae.
These
These are his cervical vertebrae. So his neck from the center of his, the top of his rib cage up are his cervical vertebrae.
right?
Okay.
The severe right neurofemoral stenosis. Isn't that what retired Edge?
Yeah, but he's back, so there's hope for you.
Okay. Then I have the hypertrophy in the next one, C3 through 4,
Yeah,
and
hypertrophy.
severe bilateral normal phenolphal stenosis.
Wait,
So it's in both sides.
He's
How
got
do
a
you have
stiff
all this
neck.
wrong with you? Yeah, like you don't exercise or anything. How are you getting hurt?
Oh, I used to exercise a lot in my youth, man. I used to cut down wood every.
You see this? Exercise, not even fucking once. You do 2 crunches and you're fucking like Randy for the rest of your life. Do you
There
see
you are.
that? Like, don't exercise.
Yep.
It's
Man.
not even once.
Cody, are
Dare-
you falling apart too? Because like I'm falling
No,
apart these last 2 weeks. No, like
no,
I
great because I'm half. Like I'm only halfway.
This past weekend, like I was putting a little one down and my back went out. Like boom. Like what the fuck? Really?
What do you mean-
It's
what do you
My
mean
back
it
went
went
out on the MRI table. It was spasming the whole fucking time. I came out of there with tears rolling down. He's like, "Are you all right?" I was like, "I got to get the fuck up," but I can't.
Laying down
And he was
hurts.
like-
and then you.
And whenever, no, the look of horror on his face when I said, "I don't think I can get up myself," he was like, "Oh fuck," because like it was late in the day, everyone had went home, and it was just this guy, I think. And he was like, he handed me his hand, and I was like, no, and I kip upped. I did a kip up as best
I
could.
love doing that. Yeah, that's great.
which I took my feet all the way back, and I launched forward, and it just got me
Yeah.
on my ass.
Yeah, I do
And I
that.
almost puked. I was like, "Ooh,"
I don't do that,
because my
yeah.
back hurt so bad. It was
Randy,
yeah,
I like
was
it when
bad.
you're not on weed. This is great.
Yeah,
Oh.
he can tell us about pain and everything now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost want to like hit him in the head with a 2x4 to see what kind of sounds he makes.
Donk.
No, not the wood. The sounds that come out of his mouth.
Oh,
Like,
Tell the story. Oh, okay. Well, I'm smoking a little weed, but not a lot. It's
Yeah,
not
no,
really
just
high.
enough to be funny, but still feel pain. You know, such is life.
Yeah.
I don't like to feel pain. I don't like to feel.
Well,
Me
if you
either.
don't, well, you know, if you don't feel pain, you don't know the thermostat's too high and you're cooking alive. So
Fuck that. You know, the frog was happy in the water.
Yep.
Yep.
wait, our ancestors? Or-
No, you know when you put a frog in a pot of water and then you turn
Yeah,
it
the
on and
jacuzzi.
it doesn't realize it's about to die, and
in
that's
the spa.
probably where
It's
we
great,
all
yeah.
need to be.
and jacuzzis.
I was going to text you, Randy, earlier this week and be like, "Hey, man, you ever just like want to do like a whole ton of drugs just to see what happens?"
All the time.
Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Minecraft. Obviously, I don't do any of that stuff. It's disgusting. You guys are all criminals
Praise
and
the
horrible
Lord
people.
and pass. I got drugs in the
Yep.
suitcase, man.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Cody, your mom's in town. All right, so
Yeah.
you're not out there working on the farm with the cocoa plants. What are you doing?
Cacao. Plants. Yeah, I was hanging out with my mom.
Shabu shabu.
No, we haven't been out because she's in like she's fine now, but she's doing like she's having a little recovery from like an elective surgery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're like hanging out, like finding out like what edibles / like cannabinoids work for her. And it's just like,
Oh, you're doing weed therapy with your ma?
not the CBDs. Like we're
Oh,
you know what I mean?
gotcha.
Because she doesn't
Yeah.
she doesn't smoke, so we're just trying to be like, let's see if this works for the mom. And you're just like, oh yeah, that
Yeah.
you know, it's interesting because like because me, I'm just gonna reach for the big brother of the CBDs. So it's interesting to see like, oh yeah, this stuff actually works to some degree. You know what I mean? Without the
Right.
fun illegal part of it.
You know that whole thing is fascinating with the CBD, excuse me.
CBD.
Yeah, it's like how you can get high without getting high.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah,
I
pretty neat.
Buddy Matt of NFHC had a CBD lotion body work done when we were hanging out in
Oh no, who did that?
Scottsdale. Yeah,
You get a happy ending on that?
I don't know. I wasn't in the room when that happened.
Oh.
Thank God, because
You guys didn't do a couples massage?
no, because
I
we
would.
were,
I would do that with
we
you.
were each with our couples. Where are you? No, we double dated.
Oh no, you make the women go with the women and the men.
Is that
with the
weird enough
men.
for you, Rem? We double dated.
no.
Yeah.
I was on a
No,
double
I
date
love
with
it.
Matt.
I'm all
tacos.
for everybody being happy.
Tacos.
Yeah, nice tacos.
We had
I gotta get a good
tacos.
taco.
Oh
I
yeah, carnitas.
You know,
Are you a
that's the weirdest
barbacoas
thing.
or carnitas guy?
Um,
I'm a chicken stew guy. The way
See, I
Mexicans
don't do the- I
do
don't-
chicken stew and put it in a
Yeah.
taco.
I don't like chicken. You know, like I used to. I'm falling out of love with
shredded
chicken.
chew stickin', man, with a good pepper in there. Mm.
Yeah. See, I need my pork. Like I guess my preference would go to pork, right? But sometimes they don't do the pork, and you get a little porky flavor. I want my pork melting.
Speaking of like protein that melts in your mouth,
yeah.
How do we feel about? You okay, Randy? How do we feel about smoked meats?
Love them.
Or
wait, smoked or dried?
No. I'm specifically talking about our friend Zuckerberg saying like, because that meme is resurfacing. Like, we're gonna have some smoked meats, and there's like a grill behind him. Do you remember that? Right? It's coming back.
Nope.
No. He's trying. It's one of those things where it's just like, hey, I'm not entirely sure Zuckerberg is fucking human because he's calling. He's calling what's coming off the grill smoked meats.
The picture where he looks
not
like an
a
android.
smoked pork chop. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I realized that might be a Hawaiian thing because Zuckerberg's in Hawaii sometimes. I realized that might be a Hawaiian thing because Hawaiians just call pork smoked meats because there's nothing else on the island. You know, back in days of antiquity. Because, you know what I mean? There's chicken. You got chicken. You got the 17 trillion species of fish. And then because boar is the only thing you eat, smoked meats must be pig. So like, I don't know. I just had this weird like shower thought of like the concept of
don't give him the
Hawaiian
benefit of the doubt.
meat. No, Hawaii. I called you Hawaii, Randy. Randy, in Hawaii there is
motherfucker. I am not classified as a landmass yet. I'm working on it.
He's got his zip code first.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a very local Hawaiian dish called smoked meat, and it's you take the boar and you put it on the kiawe wood, and you get it all like sexy, savory on a like, slow, smoky room.
Wait, it's called smoked meat. That's the name of it.
Yeah, it's called smoked meat. There's no D on the smoke, and no S on the meat, and it's this weird linguistic thing that I think got Zuckerberg in trouble because. Like when a local says it, it's like, oh yeah, we're having smoked meat for dinner, and it's a singular dish. You know what I mean? Like the S and the M are capitalized. Like, oh, smoked meat. You're gonna take boar meat and do this to it, and that's what we're gonna have it. And I think Zuckerberg heard his like Hawaiian pigeon speaking friend say that, and just automatically corrected it in white speak to smoked meats, and came off like super cringy because he doesn't know when he's smoking. You know what I mean? Like, no, he's not Android. He might be like Hawaiian.
He's trying to be human.
I'm smoking Candyland.
Randy. You're a smoked meat technically. Anyway.
My father-in-law smokes meats real well. He has one of those little pellet grills.
Yeah, but we're talking about smoked meat, which is entirely different from smoked meats.
Come on, Randy, pay attention.
You know what I mean?
I understand, but I thought we'd move the fuck on.
Well, no, we haven't.
Zuckerberg and smoked meats.
It's a linguistic thing that I thought was funny that made like one of the richest men in the world look like an idiot because it's literally like one of those things where like you know about English concept of liquor, right? And you know the French concept of liqueur. Now, those used to be the same thing, except each, culture got their hands on it, modified it to their liking, and then when they brought it back to the table, the other culture's like, you fucked it up. You didn't do it right, you weird Frenchman, or like, it's too strong, you stinky English. So like that's the same thing with smoked meats. Yeah. I'm watching, dude, like my Netflix, well, it's not Netflix, it's BritBox off of Amazon. Me and Amara are watching Cadfael, which is murder mystery set in the 12th century, which is like the mind-blowingest thing I've ever seen in my life. You're like a little, you're the protagonist is like a monk with like, the donut haircut and everything. And he's still able to like, finger like murderers in like 1136.
Wow, he fingers murderers, huh?
Yeah, he just with authority.
Wash his hands.
The long arm of the law, and he fingers the murderers after the long
Cody,
arm.
do you think the 1200s actually happened?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Oh, poor Cody. He thinks the 1200s happened.
Yeah, I mean, archaeology and paleontology is...
No, fuck that. Nobody listens to science anymore.
Who made the bones that are holding them spears and shit?
No, because one of these kings, I don't quote me on this, right? And I don't have all the facts in front of me. I read this somewhere. One of the kings advanced time like 100 years because he didn't want to deal with the 1300s, some bullshit. You know about this? Yeah, it's one of these.
That
English
sounds
kings.
like something you would do. If somebody if you somehow got nominated to Emperor God King, you would be like, we're gonna skip the 20s. the 20s.
Yeah.
Fuck the 20s
right.
and the 30s and the 40s and
That's
the
how
50s.
I want to be in the
leap year.
70s.
That's how leap year and daylight savings came about. They're just like, fuck this one day or 1 hour in particular.
Now I got to find
Right.
it. 'Cause I know some
Nothing-
idiot.
We're only going to live in the 90s. Every year we'll do 10 years in the 90s. Every 100 years.
Then you're off the Gregorian calendar at that point. You're on like the Randy calendar.
Yeah, well, we need to get rid of that shit anyway. It was like 1,300 years old bullshit.
But it's handy, you know what I mean? Because like, Randy? Do you know what year it is according to the Jewish calendar?
12?
Hold on, I'm gonna year.
Oh.
Can you hear my new fancy
Clickety
keyboard?
clackety?
Yeah.
Clicky clacky?
Year according to the
clicky-clacky
Jewish
keys.
calendar, the Hebrew year is 5782.
I was close.
Yeah. And
12 was close.
in the same
It was closer than I
ballpark.
thought it would be.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're in the same ballpark as positive numbers, which I've never seen a negative year. But yeah,
Cody, have you heard of the phantom time hypothesis?
I feel like I'm
save
about
that.
to. Yeah,
I'm
you
not.
know, save-
I just saw the headline. I think this is a big stony topic. I'm gonna, Amara, if you're listening, I'm gonna send
not.
this
Well, not
to
right now.
you for notes for Stony Curiosity Hour that I would like to join in on for this.
not you because you're busy. You want.
No, obviously I'm not gonna be stony. Obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to get Mike to do it.
No, he's gonna do the Seb It Is.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Phantom time. How about that? That's coming up in a future episode of Stony Curiosity Hour with Cody and Randy and sober straight edge Rem. Maybe Mike will show up instead. It depends if I get bored. You know me. I have all this motivation until I don't. I just sit on that couch and it's like, that's it.
And then Mike comes in.
Oop.
And
Yeah.
then,
That guy never stops.
no,
Yeah, at least
motor
he's
mode.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know?
But no, oh man, I saw this somewhere because you can. I guess that's the thing. Okay, forget it. We'll move on.
I have an idea. I
Yeah,
wanna
what do we
talk
got?
about.
What do we got in the chamber?
Well,
Do we have an intern yet? It feels like we have an intern.
No, I got some stuff. I got some in there. I found in the old inbox. But Cody had something he wanted to talk about. Go ahead, Cody.
Sorry, Cody.
I have an idea that might revolutionize the world, and if somebody like takes this, I want a nickel for every dollar you make. If you take this idea and run with it and like revolutionize
Only
the world.
5%?
Of every dollar they make in perpetuity, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Because I think this idea is revolutionary. How about okay? Because let me give you background. Are you familiar with r/power washing porn?
I've heard of it. I watch power washing on YouTube.
Yes. So like that, we'll call that
And in yard
power
cutting, because I
we'll
don't
call
cut
that
yards.
power washing porn. And it's essentially an entire subreddit or like lifestyle, if you will, of people with power washers just very satisfyingly cleaning something. And they get hundreds and thousands of views because it's actually really nice to see, I'll agree. I'll go out on this limb and say it's nice to like take a dirty thing, squirt water and make it clean. You know what I mean? Especially if you do it, well. Yeah. And so like there's an entire thing, and Randy found it, of just like people like washing porn, doing washer porn. And I was also thinking like, I bet you people would do this for free if you set up a place for it. And I bet you could make like gangbusters if you like make like some kind of fun establishment where it's literally just, it's you power wash shit for free.
Like those smash rooms.
Yeah, smash room, but for power washing.
That's what came
Yeah,
from.
And I also, because Rem, I was thinking about that too. It would be nice if you like combined smash room and power washing. So you have like this, like a destruction / clean like commune where like people come in, pay nothing, and like companies that need something like destroyed or cleaned up, like have send it here. It's got to it's got to be able to be like ejected from their facility. You know what I mean? Like it can't be like a fucking like mega crane's engine. It's got to fit through the door. But like fucking like cycle in like engines or whatever, and then just like and what I mean. It won't be a fucking like insurance nightmare because like you can literally have your customers behind glass in a different room on like power washing turrets. You know what I mean? Like
Turrets.
Yeah, there's some car washes as your car is being pulled through, they'll like give you a squirt gun and you're able to like, squirt your car, in a dry room. So like I was thinking like, dude, let's have a smash room. Let's have a power washing like turret room where you know what I mean, like like something that needs to be cleaned is in the middle, and like you have all fun gunnery positions, like, oh, I'm behind a wall, I'm a turret, I'm in a machine gun nest, and you're all like spraying something down that's like revolving in the middle
bunker.
Yeah, and you can gamify
I think the way that this really makes money though is if it's pay to win. Like you get more pressure.
That's later. That's later when the company I'm talking about is hostily taken over. So we pair that with a smash room. Right, Rem, because companies need, like, things always need to be broken down and, like, thrown away. And I was also thinking, like, it might be more of an insurance nightmare, but, like, an incinerator room for, like, documents. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you can make, like, a cool little bonfire, and then everyone leaves the room, and then you can pick, like, oh, let's see what gasoline does, or, like, let's have a thermite, like, explosion or something like that. And then you can, like, watch all these, like, or, like, have you seen those, like, little machines that, like, shoot out dollar bills at the strip club?
Yeah. Dollar guns.
Have that.
Yeah, we
but
have
for,
that
like,
in my office.
Have that, but, like, for, like, your standard, like, office sheet. And like machine gun size it so you can just like fire like single sheets of paper into like a furnace and watch them explode. So like I feel like like we can have like a commune of break, burn, and clean. You know what I mean?
So this sounds like a perfect co-op.
Yeah, Randy,
co-op, and it can be therapeutic. Randy, like, wouldn't you like to take like a Friday like afternoon off from work and just like drive into this place, smash like 3 laptops, burn like a stack of
Companies
paper.
sell pallets of laptops. Yeah, that would be great.
And then you can make a fort of like reams of paper that the size of you, and then burn it down, and then scrub tank treads with a fucking power washing gun from like
Randy. You're really good with money. Would you like to invest in this business opportunity?
Yeah, we need a name. I want to call it like Cody's Area 51 or something. We just need.
I just don't see its viability in the market long term.
I'm just afraid that like I don't want customers to read the documents meant for destruction though. So like,
just mark them classified.
Yeah,
just give them to Joe. He'll sneeze and they'll come out all redacted.
Wonder how much Trump will pay us to come down to Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah. Just mark them classified.
Motherfucker doesn't even know how to get rid of fucking tapes.
I would totally like book time for this, and because like you could probably allow walk-ins too. You know what I mean? Just like we're not
Cody,
like, you want to break stuff.
This is brilliant. Everybody's miserable right now. They just want to break stuff and clean stuff. So this is great.
And then you just gamify it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like the squirt gun.
Oh yeah, have a nationwide, worldwide leader.
Yeah, or like like have 2 pieces of something that needs cleaning.
Yeah, what's your carbon footprint going to be, Cody?
Well, I don't know.
Cody, can I tell you, like, I'm visualizing this building in my head, right? But what I'm seeing is like a laser tag building. And let me finish. Is that you go into these you know what a laser tag building looks like? It's got all the black light paint and all the shit. So you go in there,
machine going.
Yeah, and you do your shit right, and you come out and there's a scoreboard, and then you're comparing your scores against everybody else.
Right.
And you're laughing at the little kids who you beat the shit out of.
And you can have stats like power washing efficiency and like accuracy and response
least
time,
waste of water
and ability to
what
control
if next
recoil.
To this, and the top 10 people get to compete on our worldwide stage of I got this idea for a game show where we fill a warehouse with pennies, and we give them like they start off with a bucket and a shovel, but they can find keys to like backhoes and shit, and they're trying to fill up dumpsters with as many pennies as they can, and however much change they get, that's how much they go home with.
We simplify the game, Randy. We find people on the street that aren't expecting it, and we just have a pail of pennies, and then we're just like, you win as many you can keep in your mouth. Go! And then we just watch them like get really confused, and then I thought, that's America is a simple machine, Randy. We need simple game shows. Like, how many pennies can you fit in your mouth and win? That's the title.
Cody,
that's the title. It's a 55-minute show on prime time. I want NBC to pick this up. NBC. I'm sure you remember me from Sharknado 3. You want this. You want this gold mine right now.
The most brilliant thing you've ever said is
How many
America,
pennies can you fit in your mouth?
though, is America is a simple machine. When things were simple, everybody was happy. Now shit's complicated and everybody fucking hates each other.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Let's get back to being simple. Good job, Cody. I like it. Let's start.
Well,
let's
it's the death of the
workshop this.
monoculture, man.
Yeah. What?
Like, we don't have a water cooler to stand around and talk about friends with anymore.
yeah,
Speaking
we've talked
of
about
not
that,
having
right?
water, did you hear about Jacksonville?
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
No, what happened? What
They're
happened?
just like, the
There's a
city
new Flint.
The city,
God.
the city was like, we're too big. We can't guarantee everyone gets water. And it's just
We're
like
surrounded by it.
What? Like, yeah, we can't make sure everyone has water.
Oh, I'm good at axe throwing tomorrow. I'm really good. Well, when I'm drunk.
Just desalinate the water.
I'm good at axe throwing when you're drunk.
Are you? I've never done it.
Yeah.
Is it fun?
It's
Oh, we did
dangerous.
it at my bachelor party.
Oh, that's
before
right.
we went out, and I super kicked the bouncer.
Yeah, I'll just say you super kicked a dude's shin.
And you know what made me really good at it is I realized if I threw it well and right, it would stick in there, and I wouldn't have to bend over.
The dude shin.
And I ended up winning because I didn't want to have to bend over and pick up the axe.
See, inconvenience will lead
Yep.
you to success.
Bill Gates
Yep.
says he hires lazy people because they'll figure out the easiest way to do something. The fastest,
Wow, they got me
easiest
the
way to do
easy
something.
button.
Yeah, so
where I
Randy
hail
was just
from.
like, fuck, I don't want to bend over and pick up hatchets. So he just like got 10 out of 10 fucking bullseyes in a row. I was like, well, thank God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just because
No, I
want to
started
bend
hitting
over.
the ones up here that are worth more. I skipped that bullseye and started hitting the one, like there's one to the left and the right. I can only get the one to the left. I can hit it just about every time. It's worth 7 points.
You know, in darts, the bullseye is not the highest scoring like thing.
How
that
do you
is.
score darts? I've never understood how dart scores work.
Well, you got to play a game. You know what I mean? You have the darts,
Oh.
and then you have to choose to play a game. The game I usually play is called cricket.
Cricket. I was about to say cricket. Like I felt
Yeah.
like that was a thing.
Yeah, cricket's the most common one.
Yeah.
So the way you
My
do
cousin
that,
tried to get me into darts.
yeah, the way you do that is the dartboard has like the numbers 20 to like 10 on it. No, I think it even goes to 1. So it goes 20 to 1, and there's like, you know, your bullseye. So cricket, you take 15 all the way up to 20, and then the bullseyes too, right? And the game is you need to get 3 of each of those, and then once you have 3, you can begin scoring on the number you're hitting. So if you hit 24 times, that's your 3, and then you got 20 points. So
That sounds
you know,
complicated.
Like,
That doesn't sound fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one we played was different where you had to hit certain ones at certain times.
And then, you know, if I think like once you like close, once everyone has 3 of the same number, no points can be awarded for that. You know what I mean? So if I have my 3 10s, you have your 3, not 10s. If I have my 3 20s, Rem has his 3 20s, and then Randy has 2 20s and then scores a triple.
Yeah, fuck you, Randy.
He gets 0 points, but no one else can score off of 20. So Randy like kind of like stopped the bleeding that Rem started by like scoring on 20s.
Cody, next time we get together,
You wanna
if
play
that ever
cricket?
happens,
I'll play
yeah, I
cricket
want
with
to
you.
try.
Yeah. No,
I thought we were doing it. I thought you said October 8th.
9th. October
No,
8th.
I
is
can't.
my birthday.
October
October is
9th.
not good for me. Sorry. Don't.
Why? What you got? What you got going on in October?
I got.
You want to talk about it?
It's my mom's birthday. It's Samara's birthday, and I'm hanging out in Alabama.
You going to be on the show?
In Alabama? I don't know. I'll have to. Let me know how the internet is, Samara. I'm sure it's great. I talk to you all the time.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I might bring.
I got to call somebody that got to fill in for you because I never know what I'm going to get out of Randy. You know, like tonight's great. I could have done the show just for Randy.
Oh yeah, he's upright and everything.
Yeah, he's awake.
I slept all day.
Yeah,
Like literally, I got off work at like 10:30 and was like, I'm gonna lay down. And then I slept. Then I got up and came downstairs to visit with Kristen for a few minutes, and I slept on the couch. And then I got up when she was leaving and was like, I'm going back to bed. And I went back to bed.
Nice.
I called off. Yeah, I was like, fuck work. I was like, I'm going home.
Cody, I want to
But
tell
I was
you.
already at home.
Good job, buddy. I want to tell you guys a story. I don't know if this is any fun. If this is funny, but I want to tell you the story anyways because it's weird.
When can I report on Papa John's? Because it's been a week.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I was taking a shit, and did I talk about the lady walking in on me taking a shit?
You just
It might have
started
been that.
talking about this, so no. Like, you know what I mean?
it
Like,
might have been
I meant
post-show.
last week.
you're like
Post-show.
chapter 1,
Oh.
where was I? Like,
Patrons
no,
got
Randy,
it on
you
the
just
video,
started.
I think.
Well, I was taking a shit and I had I was wrapping toilet paper around my hand and going for a wipe because they don't have a bidet, and which I hate, but whatever. And the door flies open. I cover myself with toilet paper, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" And she's like, "Holy shit!" And the door closed, and that was it. Like we didn't talk the rest of the day.
Literally, holy shit.
Yeah, it was the GM, I think. So then, so I had to ask her to get Memorial Day off. So I had to
After
talk to her.
She
eventually.
walked in on you.
Yeah.
What do you mean you had to ask her?
Oh my god, I love this. You have to. Yeah, no, he needs holiday time cleared, so he's like nervous about asking like his superior about booking time off, and nothing breaks the awkwardness of the opening move of letting them walk in on. That is the power play, Randy. You know how Trump
I had the
talks
motherfucker locked.
Yeah, you know how Trump talks about approaching the handshake from the top with your thumb on the outside? He's like, Randy's like, no, he figured it out. He's got galaxy brain. He's like, instead of shaking hands and then beginning negotiations, have them walk in on you. You know, mid-inch pinch.
Make him smell it.
Yeah.
Inch pinch.
Yeah.
Wait, Memorial Day, that's next year, but
Oh, it's Labor Day, whatever
Oh.
the fuck it is. I always fuck the two up, all right? It's a fucking Monday off. That's all I fucking see. All right? I don't memorial all the people that have died.
Well, you're a bad person.
nobody does. Yeah,
You're
Well-
bad people.
Well, they wouldn't memorialize me.
I would.
They're
Fuck
dead.
you. I would.
They're dead.
I would memorialize the
gone-
shit out of you for sympathy. I'd get people to be like, "Oh my God, Rem, are you okay? How you doing after your best friend died?" I'm like, "Oh, it's so
That's the
bad."
nicest thing you've ever said to me, Rim.
I don't think you guys know Memorial Day is about.
Oh.
I
Well,
march
but-
in parades. Fuck you, Cody. I know what it's about. Parades.
We march in
Flags.
marches. You do that.
They've already got
Other things in
Veterans Day,
parades.
all right? That's all I'm saying. No, thank you for your service.
Nice
I
tie-dye.
love
You're
vets.
welcome.
My uncle,
You're
my
welcome.
uncle was a Marine. Thank you. I forgot, Rim. I forgot you nearly killed people with a grenade. That was your contribution to the Army. Anyways, so then I get out and I hear like there's a bunch of people crowding around going like, "Can you believe what happened last night? Like, oh my God, like what's going on?" Like, yeah.
The general manager walked in on Randy.
No, that's not what they were talking about, Cody. So apparently the night before, one of the, whenever you have a restaurant, they bring food to you from the commissary. And the truck drivers called ahead and said, "Hey, make sure all your fucking cars are moved." Okay. So they moved all the cars. Well, one of them was kind of
It's
parked
like
on
opposite
the side.
garbage day.
Yeah. One of them was parked on the side and not in the way, but he was like, "Move the fucking car." So they went and got the guy, and the guy said, "Oh, what's the matter? You can't back it in there?" And the guy got out of the truck, got in his face, all this shit,
One
They go
of those
around,
guys was a New Yorker or a Bostonian.
Yeah.
I smell New York or Boston blood through the internet and in the past. You know what I mean? Like the accents are ringing in my ear as if like I like hold up like a kebab wrapper to my ears. Like you can hear the irate Irishman if you listen real hard. Sorry, Randy. I just flashed
Scott's
back.
Irish, most likely,
Yeah.
here because it's Kentucky. But anyways, so they're fucking going back and forth. The restaurant clears, people getting in between them, whatever. Well, the driver for the restaurant, the delivery driver, like acts like he's walking away, and he goes back and he spits in the guy's face. And holy shit,
Was there a wind up? Did you hear a or like?
I have no clue. I wasn't there, but this is what
Did
I'm
he
getting.
Did he step into it? Did he
He had
reel on
to.
his back foot and then step into it?
Apparently, it was a fucking loogie.
Oh, so
Like-
Wow.
you got a black
Yeah.
eye involved.
Like Bret Hart
Yep.
and Vince McMahon.
no,
Yep.
I know New Yorker loogies can leave black eyes. I've seen it happen like twice.
Fuck. So they call the cops. Cops show up. Guy is getting charged with a misdemeanor.
That's assault.
For assault.
That is technically
Yep.
assault when you spit on people.
Guy has a kid on the way, so good for him. Like that's a good way to spend your evening.
Yeah, one of
Let's see.
one of the New York things warnings like New Yorkers always see is like if you like assault an MTA officer or worker, that's 7 years in jail and $315,000. They don't realize is spit counts as assaulting like a ticket taker, and you know what I mean? They think like, oh, if I punch you, I go to jail. It's like, nah, it's even like they could probably like put you in jail for spitting on them nowadays, or even just like if you harshly talk at them, they might be able to like lock you up for a little bit. Even nowadays, it's wild.
Jenna Jameson once said that spit is the best lube. Go ahead, Randy. What else happened?
Well, this one chick asked me how much money I made and then started making passes at me. That was cool.
Okay.
Sure as a chick?
Does she have the crazy eyes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. And then we got a new transfer, fresh out of rehab, who's a manager who was trying to tell me what to do. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, okay.
And I
Damn
just
that
walked
manager trying to manage.
Hey,
away.
Randy,
like,
I never got to ask you because you're back at Papa John's, and you know, what was it, last year or the year before you were working at Papa John's too? Like,
I did a stint from 420 to 9/11 last year.
that's okay. So
Yeah.
when you come back, you're like, hey, I'm the guy who quit on you last year. Can you hire me again? Like, how's that? Are they just
Well,
happy
my
to
buddy
help?
works there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. And I gave him 2 weeks notice and everything.
Oh,
like,
all
it was
right.
cool.
All right.
Doing on the
Like, I didn't
up.
just, yeah. Like, I'm very respected in the Papa John's community.
Yeah,
I did a lot for the Papa
yeah, you did
back in the day. I
Yeah.
did. I mean,
because
many
of me.
trips to Louisville in the middle of the night. I picked out an LMS for him.
Yep,
Fucking, they did a fire drill during that meeting.
covered for him saying the N word.
No, that's where that's where I put the dagger in him and I left.
Oh,
I was like, I couldn't have him anymore. But I
you
gave him
back
the
on
idea to try and bring it back on TikTok.
yeah.
So that's
The N-word?
That no. No. His career.
I like that. Not accidentally dropping the N word. Like, hey, we're bringing it back, baby. Let's make it. We're gonna bring back the N word for
We're gonna
2023.
take that word back.
No, no.
Clerks to it.
No,
Was it Clerks 2 where they tried to bring back Porch Monkey?
Oh, Jesus, Randy, you can't say that.
I don't know about saying that
Oh.
one, Randy. Yeah,
That's a movie quote. It's a movie quote.
there's a lot of things that are movie quotes that
I'm
you
a
shouldn't
future
be
government
saying.
censor. That's okay.
I said 3/5 last week. You guys yelled at me. You can't
Yeah.
say what you just said.
Oh, Jesus.
I actually- yeah.
Can you bleep that?
I found
No.
out the hard way that one was a no. I was in public and
What?
everything.
Which one? What Randy
All right.
said?
Does that do anything?
The PM, but not the Randy. did.
Randy,
I'm
don't-
not
don't-
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna repeat.
Nothing
this
happened,
horrible
Randy.
thing. Yeah.
Don't use your bleep though. Cody get mad at you.
Yeah, just bleep. Yeah, I had to be told that one.
Yeah, I took care of it.
Cody's up there like slinging like racial epithets, neighborhoods.
It's fun. You should come up here and try it.
But what if you had a monkey as a pet?
Yeah.
I mean,
On the porch.
God, we're canceling chimpanzees now.
we're
Jesus
canceling
Christ.
ourselves. No, we're canceling ourselves.
Beau-
That's what we're doing.
Beautiful animals, by the way. Like I was at that zoo a couple weeks ago. I told you they had all these different types of like primates, and they're all
Right.
adorable. They're just hanging out, showing their balls off and shit. And like those
Right.
the chimps with their big fat asses. It's all weird, but it's cool. Good for them. Randy, what else is going on, Papa John's? Are you making a bunch of money? Anything
Yeah,
weird?
speaking of monkeys, continue.
Oh. Yeah, I'm making about between 60 and $100 a night.
Enough
3
to pay
nights a
for
week.
gas.
Yeah, and then no, my car gets 60 some miles. to the
Oh, you're
gallon when I
using the
plug it in.
hybrid? Did you charge it
Yeah.
though? Are you charging
Yeah.
it? Okay.
I've been charging it, bud.
All right.
Except for the 3 days where I kicked the little tester thingy and I didn't know and I thought I was charging it, but I wasn't, so I had to go in and hit the button on the outlet.
You using a
Fucking
GFE?
The whole thing. I guess I have to. It's a
Yeah.
grounded fault
Okay.
effect. I don't what's that mean?
Oh, it's a GFI, ground fault interrupter. Cody,
Yeah,
you know.
you're a fucking idiot. You fucking fucked me up for no reason. I thought it was GFI.
Fuck you, Randy.
I don't know what's going
GFY.
on.
Go fuck yourself, Rim. How about that?
How
Chris
about-
Jericho
yeah.
tried to get that over.
What? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. GFY. He would call it GFY.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Isn't that
annoying
lame?
now. Yeah, it's real lame.
Anyways, so besides that, another lady added an $11 tip, thinking that she would get away with it to somebody's order, and she's getting fired tomorrow, so I get to be there for that.
Wow.
Yeah, this place needs a reality show. I'm telling you.
Can you do a YouTube short in that? Like just like record yourself that this bitch is getting fired, and then flip the camera around.
No,
No. Okay.
No.
I have a feeling that the general manager who walked in on me would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
And then Randy gets to be president at another termination later that week.
They can't fire me. They can't fire
No,
me.
they just
I don't
hire me
know
again
who
next
owns the
year.
company.
I'm the papa.
Yeah. Look at him. He's big Papa.
You sounded like John Schneider, right? They can't fire me. I am Papa John.
You get a harmonica and you could be like that guy from Blues Traveler.
Yeah. Did you see all those Italian sauces get exploded on the highways yesterday?
I saw somebody posted the simulation is about to break for them because they had in their feed they had the Italian sauces got exploded, and then some other like Alfredo, some other shit got exploded all over the highway.
There was marinara and fettuccine or Alfredo. I'm not joking. It was marinara and there was an Alfredo spill. I think like the day before yesterday in 2 different cities.
It's amazing.
And everyone was just like, "This is the day of reckoning that John Schneider was talking about. Brace yourself for the pesto."
Oh. Man, when they get the Greek pizza and they have basil pesto, that's one of their best toppings.
Oh my God, Randy! I miss the New Yorker like gimmick slices so much. Just like a chicken bacon ranch, artichoke heart. Goddamn,
you guys!
Oh, we got all that bullshit now. I can't make food in there anymore because their menu's so wide.
You guys,
like they got Papa Bowls, Papa fucking hoagies, Papa fucking this, Papa fucking that.
Next year at the farmers markets, I'm going to start selling my vodka sauce. How long can we get this?
Might as well retire now.
If you know what, bro. You get your own. You put them in mason jars with your own label with your face on it or your wife's face.
Yeah.
You try using
you and your wife together holding pitchforks.
No, you got
like that one old painting.
There is this. We go to the farmer market. I love our local farms and our local farmers and all that stuff. Like now that I'm old, that's what I'm into, right? And we try to go to the farmers markets when we can. And there was this guy who's called the Traveling Italian Chef. All right.
That's a lot of words for homeless.
Did he sell knives?
No, he sold the sauce, right? And he's like, "Yeah, this is my homemade recipe." And we bought some because my wife got sucked into it because he was one of these fake Italian charmer guys. I'm like, "Woman, what are you doing? This guy is obviously selling you a bunch of shit." And but she was all into it, so she bought this guy's sauce, right? And man, it tasted exactly like the bullshit you get at the store because it's professionally canned and it's got all the process and all the bullshit in it.
Even though you're mom and pop, you're still competing with big names. You know what I mean? So if you're mom and pop and you have to compensate beating like name brands, buy your mom and pop charm, you're not going to make it. You have to already be at least better or different. Yeah. And then use your mom and pop charm.
I'm just going to sell my sauce because I want to. Use it within a day, otherwise it'll go bad. I'm not.
I was going to say, like, it might be a little weird. Like, so what, you're just going to pack like styrofoam coolers up by like a mason jars, by like half mason jars and sell them like at, $15.
They can make it real cheap. Exactly. Yeah. Well, with this economy,
if you can batch them big, you're Italian enough. Yeah. If you can batch them big, you can sell that. Put a little fake accent on. Yeah. No.
Hey, it's a me, Ramio.
Take your son out and make it a day. Just be like, boy, how's your Italian accent? Well, you're gonna trick.
Teach him to grift early.
Yeah, well, you're helping your dad trick sauce onto strangers all day, son. Let's go.
He just started high school, so he's not into that. Like, he would look at, he's all serious.
He's into sauce, Rim, just a different kind.
You want me to what?
No, your son's into sauce.
No. That's what he would say to me. He's like, you want me to what? I don't want to do that.
That sounds like my brother.
I thought you were saying that to me.
No,
I thought I made myself pretty clear.
By next year, the little one will be able to put paragraphs together instead of sentences, so he'll be fine. He'll just be running around. Buy my sauce. Hey, my daddy, he making the sauce. He making the sauce at the good in the back.
You can call your sauce the Yahoo.
I always wondered, like, if I was like going to be like a devious parent, if I could if I was going to be a devious parent of like 2 or 3 kids. If I could like trick different accents onto each of them, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would be a hilarious like experiment. Like, your toddler just inexplicably has a Russian accent on him. Like,
you could accomplish that a little easier and then take care of it later. Wow. Sperm donation across the world.
Okay,
and then you collect your children and you take over the world.
That's collect your children.
That's enough.
Collecting children. Randy, collecting children. That was a great episode title.
Yeah, write that down.
Randy collects children. Okay.
I really want to use the image of Biden with the red background and Marines in some art, but the Marines aren't close enough to throw faces on. But that would be great, collecting children. I really want to get the Italian Stallion back on the show because I think Cody would have a blast listening to him and his accents. Be like my
Oh,
dad.
did I tell you the guy next week?
Oh yeah,
Carson Drake.
Randy booked a guest next week. Cody.
Kristen did.
Kristen. Yes,
Golden
Kristen.
State God. Carson Drake.
Some guy I never heard of.
He'll be using a megaphone into his microphone. I hope that's okay. He asked me to clear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a megaphone guy.
That's like the construction crew putting amps up. I like that. Megaphone
like
to
it.
microphone. Or
Yeah.
he can go, I would respect him if he went the opposite route too and just screamed directly into his modem. I've seen that once before. I've been that angry. I've been that angry on the internet before where I can just...
Oh, hey, we got some segments to do. Cody, what are you going to do? Thinking or dicks?
Oh, we got to go in the same order we do every week.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't
all
know
right.
what order these motherfuckers.
All right,
I'll get
so-
my
so hit
throat
it.
ready over here.
Get your throat ready. Get those notes up. Here we go. It's Thinking with your Dickman time.
You want segments? We've got segments. It's Thinking with Your Dickman.
Thinking with your Dickman. I'm a professional advice giver. Over 10 years experience, going all the way back to 2012 when I started doing bullshit like this. The fans found us. They need some advice. Cody, if you got it up in the notes, let me know when you're ready, and I'll keep talking.
Dear TRDS, when it...
There we go.
I wasn't... Oh, you fucked me. That's
Sorry.
your fault.
Sorry,
Dear
buddy.
TRDS... You're still fucking me. Dear TRDS, when is it appropriate to use your partner's wash items? You know, like a loofah, sponge, or a washcloth. Like, if I forget mine, is it okay to use theirs? Please let me know. Jameson.
Huh. All right, so that's a good question.
I feel everything has a line based on the product. You know what I mean?
I need to know what kind of relationship this is. Like, have we been together for 2 months or 3 years or 20 years? I think that
Yeah.
makes a difference too. Yeah.
I think they said something about, they just started a part-time job. Some chick hit on them. And they were, that's kind of the...
Like a facial scrub, sure.
Yeah.
Like...
It's like Cody. Okay,
just
Cody,
not
check-
just not the washing implement that touches your ass and genitalia. Don't share
Okay,
that
so-
one.
Oh, yeah, that'd be my washcloth. I've had it in there for 3.5, 4 years.
Don't
Cody,
share that one. Yeah.
Cody, do you shower or do you bath?
Shower.
Okay. When you're in the shower, now what do you use? I'm a washcloth guy. I used to be like one of those floofy puff guys,
Loofah
but now I'm
thing.
a washcloth.
Or
so you use a
the
loofah thing.
synthetic loofah. Yeah, I'm a hemp washcloth guy.
A hemp washcloth. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, they're it's a little bit better for exfoliation, and apparently they're better for the environment because cotton needs a lot of pesticides. and
Fuck the
herbicides.
environment. All right,
Well,
nobody cares about that.
Yeah, and it's they're not soft. They're not for like, ooh, this is my comfort towel. This is the
Yeah.
I feel like 8 hours of like sweat and dirt on me. So like, let me get it off with this in like
Okay.
like in like 1 or 2 passes, and then you dry off with a soft, comfy towel. You know what I mean? Cotton
I used to
towel.
be one of those poof guys. That poof you get for $1.
the
at
synthetic
CVS or
loofah,
whatever.
right? It's like nylon
Yeah.
or whatever, and it goes
Yeah.
yeah.
But the problem is that they would always like come apart on me. Okay,
They come
maybe I was
apart.
scrubbing my ass too hard. Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm tired of this shit. So then I tried a sponge, like a bath sponge, and it was a synthetic sponge, and it just scratched the shit out of my skin. That wasn't fun at all.
Sometimes you need that though. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
but that one, I know what you're saying, but not that. That was just awful. That just
Like,
hurt all the
Amara
time.
got me like a cheese grater for my feet, and it's pretty cool. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pumice stone. Grater?
Yeah, pumice
Yeah,
stone with a
okay.
handle.
Rocket. So now I use a washcloth, right? And sometimes like, I'll get in there and I'll forget a washcloth, and then I don't know what to do with myself. So I get all wet, and I got to get out of the shower and go find my washcloth, and then because I change it out every other
That's
day.
easy, Rim. I got a quick hack for you.
What's that?
Just use the same washcloth every day
For
and
4
rinse
years,
it off
yeah.
when you're done and wring it out and put it back up there.
So like,
And then I do that. It's been 3.5
good
years.
for your immune
That son of a
system.
bitch.
yeah.
Yep.
All right. So Cody, so let me expound on this now, because I maybe Jameson is onto something that I may have experienced in my life as well. Is that I first of all am a bidet user, so I keep myself perfectly clean all the time. All right. So when I'm washing my ass in the shower, it's not like I'm scraping a whole bunch of shit out of there either. I've gotten it. I'm already clean. Yeah.
Yeah, you've
So-
already detwigged and
Yeah.
gotten the
and
minerals
deburied.
out. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So if I were to use, say, my wife's whatever loofah or whatever, it's just soap and water.
It'd be like washing your neck.
Yeah, and then I'm just rinsing it out. So I guess, Jameson, the answer that I would give you is that it's okay to do it anytime. Just don't let them know.
Yeah, absolutely, don't let them know. But like,
Yeah.
Is this a? I was just thinking, like, does he have to lose sleep over it? And I'm gonna say, just be respectful of each of your,
Just make sure,
butt cloths,
Rinse
and
it.
you'll be fine. Yeah,
Rinse it well.
hot water,
Yeah.
thorough squeeze. Even I heard microwaving is good for those.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh.
Dishwashing, I bet.
Randy, would you use Kristen's toothbrush in a pinch?
Nope.
No, I mean, it's gross, right? I wouldn't use somebody else's toothbrush.
Yep.
Cody's silent. Cody's done it before. Whose
No, I
toothbrush have
haven't.
you used?
I haven't.
Oh.
I'd ask for permission. If we were like traveling, I'd be like, "Oh, babe, can I borrow a toothbrush?" And if the answer is no, I would take it. I would take it. I would take it if the answer was no.
Take the toothbrush?
No, if she said no for whatever reason, I would be like, yeah.
Sometimes they say no and they really mean yes.
No, here's what I say,
Ren.
Jameson.
Okay,
They're testing you.
Okay. Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah. You go ahead and use it, and then not only do you use it, you leave it dirty. That's a power move. All right? Like, hey, this is the way it's going to be. We're going to share things.
Because
all right? Like, if that's not okay, then I need to know now because I'm a fuck yes or no kind
We're
of guy.
life partners.
If we're not fuck yes, then we're no.
there was a King of Queens episode that chronicled what happens when you actually do this, Randy. Your wife does something called a bathroom recession, where she like recedes away as if she was her own sovereign state from your bathroom. You know what I mean? So like, okay, you can have you can have the master bathroom. It can be yours. And then she'll go and she'll make some like full bathroom in some other part of your house. Just like, pretty much a spa, and you're not invited into it. You know what I mean? Like she'll put on like massage heads for like the showers. She'll put in like fucking like the incense and the scented candles.
Yeah, but
and
I
get
would be
everything
the
real
one
nice.
doing all that because I got to earn my male privilege.
And then,
Cody, when we were out here in Connecticut and I was in your hotel room and I had to pee, I felt really
very
weird being
very
around all your
strange. You very strangely asked the room if you could pee in the toilet.
Yeah, because I
And,
felt weird going in there.
I know. Me
it's
and
your private
Amara
area.
are looking at you. They're like, "Holy shit!" If we said no, where else was he going to pee?
I was holding
Like on the
it.
floor,
I'd hold it.
Lobby.
on the floor.
Yeah.
He could go to the
plants
lobby.
and
Lobby.
They have
coffee.
a bathroom in the lobby.
and the coffee
Bathtub.
machine.
The
There's lots of
coffee
places
lobby.
to pee as a man. It's easy. Yep. That's our privilege. We can pee anywhere. All right, Cody, do you have any more for Jameson, or are you ready to move on number 2?
Yeah. Just don't share the butt cleansers is all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you get monkey.
You know what I mean? Like,
right here. Share.
yeah,
and-
like so.
share
Like,
and
go ahead,
washcloths.
borrow
No, it's
your
gay sex.
borrow your wife's sponge or loofah or washcloth. Right. Get everything done. Save your anus, and then like put soap in your hand, and then just raw your own anus without the washcloth.
Raw
That's-
own anus.
That's
Raw your own anus.
that is
Write
your
that down.
penance. That is your penance for forgetting your washcloth. Is that you have to touch a man's anus in the shower? It's your own, but you brought that on yourself because you forgot it. So like, wash your neck, wash your back, wash your
anus.
chest, wash your arms, wash your legs, and then I guess skip the
Cody,
feet.
your God is a vengeful.
And then wash, scrub your own
He's
anus with
Hawaiian.
your nails. What was I supposed to write down for that one? It was wash your own anus,
raw
Raw
Uranus.
Uranus.
raw Uranus like the plant.
That sounds like a politician. Oh man, I forgot to talk about Papa John's phallic rump digger. We got an order from Phallic Rump Digger, paid for with a MasterCard.
Did he
Yeah.
show you an ID that confirmed that was actually
No, he never came in. It
Oh.
was somebody testing.
Oh, what do you
stolen
what do you
credit
think
card.
was that was
Oh.
about, Randy?
Yeah, they were testing a stolen credit card. Definitely. Phallic Rump Digger. We
That's
cashed it out anyways. We don't give a fuck.
What kind of pizza was it?
Extra large pepperoni, light sauce, well done.
Oh,
Untraceable.
that sounds amazing.
That's an untraceable pizza, though. You know what I mean? Because like it literally looks like all the other pepperonis, but it's got what you want, and it turns
Yeah.
into poop anyway. So it's pretty much like a burn after eating. Untraceable pizza. You see this? You have. I like that you committed, knowing full well you were making a burner pizza, Randy. You know what I mean?
Well, you never know. Phallic Rumdinger might have shown up. Cody, get to the next one, please.
Hey, TRDS. I like to buy pre-bagged chopped salad. It's a chopped salad kit with all the fixings. The bag says lettuce and veggies have all been triple washed. My partner, however, will still wash the lettuce and veg, and that leaves it all. So, what the fuck is all wet? So when you add the dressing, it just becomes a mess. What are your thoughts? Should I leave this relationship? Thanks, Jessamine.
So do you know what these are? These chopped salad bags?
Yes.
Yeah, they're always expired.
Yes.
Well, if you get one that's not expired, right? And they say they're pre-washed.
Triple.
Right?
Yep.
So like when you go in there and you wash it, you can never dry lettuce. All right? Unless you let it sit all day, like you can't dry lettuce.
You could spin it.
Well, yeah, but if you don't have a spinner, you can't dry your lettuce. So if you add,
How hard is it to get a spinner in this country?
okay,
And
Randy,
this
You can
economy,
rent one,
though.
literally.
I'm trying
You
to
can rent one by the hour.
I'm trying to work this out for
For
Jessamine.
pennies.
Okay, all right. I'm
Oh.
trying to explain the problem here. Jesus Christ! All right, so Jessamine obviously doesn't have a spinner.
No.
All right, so Jessamine's partner washes the lettuce and adds dressing to the wet lettuce, and so the dressing that should be sticking to the lettuce is just running.
Is
and just
repelled by because it's oil based. So that's probably it. She or he is using a oil. They are using an oil based.
It's
salad.
easy. Get a spinner.
See-
Rent one from Kohl's for 50 cents an hour.
Jessamine, let me tell you. Let me get into this one for you, okay? While the others think this one over, and Randy talks about spinners. You fucking asshole, Jessamine. When the bag says triple washed, like these companies, they're not allowed to lie on the bag. All right. So if it's triple washed, we have to believe in something. Nobody believes in God anymore, so you got to believe what the companies tell you.
You got to trust someone at some point.
Yeah. All right. If it says triple washed, you got to take your chances.
It's not good. No, it's not. You can't do that though. Like, I have a firsthand experience with this, yes, I'll say a firsthand experience with this.
You got the poops.
No, because my sister was in the kitchen next to me making a fucking sandwich, and she wanted lettuce in her sandwich, right? So she goes, and goes into the fridge and goes into the box of like the leaves of triple washed lettuce, right? And she goes in through them, and like she pulls out two of them, and they clearly have what are moth or butterfly eggs on them.
Okay, well, you can't be perfect all the time.
Yeah, but I don't want to eat butterfly eggs, so like I'm not going to trust it when it says triple washed.
All right, Cody.
That's my take on it.
Get a fucking salad spinner then. Jesus Christ.
I will, or not, or be.
You will
be
own nothing. Rent it.
Alpha male move. Ready for this? Stop with salads.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah, but
just don't.
sometimes people need the fiber.
Just do chili instead. Just do chili.
Chili doesn't have fiber. Oh, it's got beans. You're right.
Just do chili. I don't know. That's another argument right there. Does chili have beans in it? Because some people say no.
Oh yeah, you got some beanless, and then some asshole vegetarian comes and make the vegetarian chili. All right, Cody. Here's the thing. All right.
Well, no. Because like beans are sometimes seen as filler. You know what I mean? Especially when it's chili. It's just like, what protein are you replacing with black beans? It's just like use the regular protein. It's chili. You can put everything in it.
I think Amara's saying in the chat that like the eggs are going to stick through washing no matter what. So you might be stuck with them. So just eat those butterfly eggs, man. They're good for you.
No, I was saying I don't want quadruple wash. I'm saying like if this is what washing does, I'll take single washed and scrape eggs off, butterfly.
Yeah,
eggs
go piece by piece by piece of that lettuce.
Like if this is what your washing is, I refuse it, and I will buy your.
Like the chances
This is why I
are,
only eat fast food.
chances are the grocery store is not going to kill you. But I mean, there's a chance for everything, right? So you just got to live life. You got to live. You can't live in fear. Can't live in fear. My camera keeps moving on me.
Don't live in salad.
But I love salad.
My moral's better. Don't live in salad.
All
right, Randy?
Sometimes
2023.
right.
Don't live in salad.
Chopped salads are delicious and wonderful because everything's all cut up for you. Like I like to take a salad, and like really cut it down into bite-sized pieces. Like and that helps me mix the dressing. I like a nice oil and vinegar type of dressing.
Amara has been turning me on to salad.
Yeah.
No, chicken Caesar is pretty good.
See, I've eaten too.
Chicken Caesar salad. Now you didn't mention a chicken Caesar.
I did.
salad.
That's not a salad. That's a meal, you guys.
You're
God
not
damn.
a salad.
You need the light dressing though. That is a thick dressing.
Oh, I swear to God, Rim. Swear to God.
It is decadent.
On October 9th, I'm coming to Connecticut, and I'm going to give you a hug.
Are you going to pick up Steven at the airport with me?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Whoa,
I got
what was
that.
You okay, Codes?
Yeah, that was a no. When I get too high, sometimes I forget to burp like a human. Amara's seen me do this. She's like, it's like some kind. I know velociraptors can't get rabies, but just imagine what that sounds like. And
You don't know that velociraptors can't get rabies.
Rabies is a mammal thing, but
Yeah, Rim. What the fuck are
you don't know that velociraptors aren't mammals.
yeah, I do because they had scales and/or feathers and did not. They had.
I'm sure.
eggs.
I'm sure in the Library of Babel, there's a description of a velociraptor who once had rabies.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight that. But yeah, that's how I burp when I think no one's watching.
All right,
I've lost a client because of that, actually.
because of burping.
I always say thank you.
Yeah, like they come in and I'm just way too comfortable. It's like, oh yeah, come make yourself at home. Our boss will be out with you. And I'm eating lunch and they don't mind. I'm like having a taco in the reception area or whatever, and I just do a mouth fart. I just do like a
that sounds awful.
Yeah, it was like a 4th trimester mouth fart. And she's just like
I'm disgusted.
yeah, it's bad. Not a
Thank you,
shining
Jameson.
moment.
Thank you, Jessamine, for writing anything with your Dickman. We love giving you guys advice, and this is real advice, man. People need this shit. They need
Yeah,
to
you're
hear the stuff
welcome. And we didn't charge. We don't charge for these things.
No, we
That is
love
a-
the
that is a-
content.
There's a free 90 free feather for your hat.
Tell you
for your
what,
cap.
having content on the Rich Dickman Show makes this a much more fun show to do. All right, Randy.
It makes us a show in general. Yeah.
Yes.
When we get the show, we do it. It happens, right?
Yeah, it's great. Look how much fun we're having. Randy, hit the next bumper.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to introduce this week's finalists for Dick of the Week. And
All right.
here's our first
So
nominee.
we're going back to a classic. All right, we're going classic Dickman here, and we only have the one, but you'll see why. Randy, hit it, buddy.
To the Rich Dickman Show,
There he
Hey,
is.
buddy.
to the guest, and to all the listeners out
I
there.
fucking
Randy,
love
pause it.
you.
This is Svenson here.
I fucking love
And
fucking
yes,
Svenson,
it has been
don't
a
you?
while since I've been around. You know how life goes. It has its up and down. This week, I am calling in a nomination for Dick of the Week. My nomination for Dick of the Week is Rodrigo. Rodrigo is from Haiti, and Rodrigo practices the religion
Immediately.
of Voodoo.
Racist.
Oh, no.
Rodrigo happens to have a wife in Haiti, and he also lives with a wife and a girlfriend here in the United States while he
Okay.
is working.
All right. He's
Yes, you heard me
polyamorous.
right. He has 2 wives and a living
Well,
girlfriend.
it's tough
They
to
do
be a
that-
president.
Anyway,
man.
this week,
They did
I
that in
catch
Utah.
Rodrigo out in the parking lot kissing a woman who is neither his wife or his girlfriend. And that's just really uncool.
His sister.
I don't know if he'll ever get a chance to hear this, but I mean, why would he cheat on his wife and his girlfriend and his other wife?
Oh, he's
Well,
not
I don't know
cheating.
why some guys just ruin a good thing. Anyway, this is Svenson here. I hope everybody has a great week
Man,
and take care.
like Svenson must be some kind of like special like IRS type of constipated where he just sees like 1 or 2 things and immediately he's like, oh, I'm triggered. Like, wow.
Svenson's such an enigma to me. I can never figure the guy out because the guy
Yeah.
voted for Donald Trump, and now he wants everybody who voted for Donald Trump to die. So it's so weird. His contradictions of everything.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it.
I respect you. I appreciate you, Svenson. But I don't know
Yes,
if I'd
he's a
vote
god.
for you in any
Yeah.
regard. Is what I'm saying.
Svenson-
He can run he can be mayor of my town.
This sounds
anytime.
Would
this
you
sounds
trust
a little.
Svenson with your finances? If Svenson was just like,
He's gonna be better than me.
Svenson was like, hey man, let me rearrange your 401. Like that's what I hear him as.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't sound like that. That's how he comes
Yeah.
off in my head.
As long as he converts it to a Roth.
Yeah,
won't give
I
a
would
shit.
rather give my money to Svensson than to Randy. To be
Would you
honest.
trust
But
Svenson? Would you trust Svenson in escrow? Be honest. Doing
well,
things through escrow.
What's my options? What's
No,
my options?
would you trust Svenson to do
in
things
general?
through escrow for you in general?
I'd have to have a conversation for him first.
Yeah,
You know,
he
I'd have-
he could go to fucking the Cayman Islands with your shit.
He can go to Haiti, apparently. Svensson, why are you hating on the Haitians, man? Why are you hating on Voodoo? Who are you to judge? Like, you don't know. Have you had a conversation with Rodrigo to see what was going on? Maybe this is part of his religion and all the
Maybe
women
it's
involved.
his sister.
Yeah, maybe it's his sister. Maybe they all like it. All right. Maybe this is a way for them to generate income to send back to Haiti. All right, to the wife who's down there. Maybe as kids. I don't know. Who are you? Got to ask some questions, man. Because like I know I would. Hey, bud.
So
Yeah,
Voodoo
got 2
has-
wives and 2 girlfriends.
Yeah.
Is that complicated? Like, do you get lost and trying to remember who
Svenson, try and get this guy on the show.
Yeah,
we have
'cause
questions.
It's a lot of questions to ask, right? Like, aren't you curious now, Cody? Like,
about the voodoo guy, yeah.
why would you want that many freaking relationships?
Yeah,
though?
that's a lot of work.
That's
I'm
fuck,
more.
goddamn.
No, I want to know about the voodoo. It's like,
Well, I mean, I wonder how long till he,
like, you know what I mean? Like
knocks up one
Svensson
of the
saw like
mistresses.
this. Yeah, like I bet you like Svensson like saw this guy like and like do a dark incantation. His eyes rolled in the back of his head. His head like did like a 360, puking blood all around this parking lot. And then he goes and kisses a third girl's hand, and Svensson's like, "Oh my god, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that?" Like he kissed him. He's got another one. He's like, "No, Svensson. The cool thing is he does voodoo. That's the cool
Yeah.
thing, you idiot."
You make a great point, Cody. Svensson
Yeah.
brought up the fact the guy practices voodoo,
and
but they
then-
didn't mention anything about voodoo.
No, I wanted to hear about all the fucking like chicken corpses this guy has on a like clothesline.
yeah,
Svensson.
because like voodoo, to my knowledge, from
I'm
when
sorry.
I watch
Yeah,
in
I don't
True
know
Blood,
too much about
is-
voodoo. Yeah.
it seems like it's kind of a strict religion, right? So
It's
I don't
actually
know
yeah,
if
it's
that maybe-
actually a religion and not like some like
yeah.
Johnny
so
Quest religion.
Is polyamory allowed? Are you like the Mormons?
I don't know.
Are the Mormons practicing voodoo? Like
I
it
actually
seems like
don't-
some voodoo shit.
I don't know, but 0 out of 10 for not expounding on voodoo shit, Svensson.
Yeah, Svensson. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna nominate Svensson for Dick of the Week for not asking Rodrigo about voodoo.
It's just like, oh, here's my like hot Sylvanian double jointed cousin that is looking for a husband. She also likes gray tea. That's the cool thing about her, Svensson. That's the interesting thing about my hot Romanian cousin that I don't have. That
Cody,
she likes
are you-
tea. Earl
Are
Grey.
you old enough?
That's hot.
Are you old enough on the show to know my Haitian friend story with the bean?
Yeah, where you were arrested over the slurs. Yeah,
No.
no, it was a ticket.
No,
Is that the guy you were going to start selling coke
was
with?
it a misdemeanor then? I can't remember.
when I was serving in the United States Army Reserves. There was a Haitian man who was in my squad with me. His name was Dennis, and Dennis was a very sexual human being. Right? He had a wife, he had kids, and probably had girlfriends and all whatnot. And the subject of eating ass came up. And me being a young 19-year-old kid, I didn't know much about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, eating ass, huh? He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, so you just get down and you just start
fork?
eating ass. He's like, well, yeah. Sometimes you get the bean, sometimes you don't. But it's all love, baby. It's all good.
Bean.
Yeah, bean.
The bean.
He had a bean hanging out. Yep.
Bean.
So apparently he's had experience with eating.
What?
Randy, the trick is just staying confused like me. I'm bulletproof right now. I'm just like, kidney?
No, I thought about a dingleberry. and
Garbanzo.
just, anyway.
No, we're talking about beans. Beans are tasty things.
Yeah, beans
Yeah.
are wonderful. Okay, thank you, Svensson. Another nominee, because the lovely Kristen has suggested it, is Tony Khan. Once again, I'm not going to do another rant on him, but Tony Khan actually went out of his way to defend his decision to screw over Thunder Rosa last week.
CM Punk does draw more. An 8-minute CM Punk promo is going to draw more than an 8-minute Thunder Rosa promo.
All right.
That's what he said. I'm not agreeing.
That's what he said. So we're nominated. To go, do you have anybody you want to nominate for Dick of the Week?
Nah. I'm okay. Dennis.
Randy? Dennis,
I'll
yeah.
just put Dennis up there.
Randy, you got to nominate your general manager or anybody? Phallic Rumdinger? Nothing?
Dennis.
Actually, I would like to nominate the guy who did the MRI because I was like, yo, bro, like my arms, they're not going to fit. And he was like, just move them this way. And I was like, they're still not going to fit. And he was like, well, suck it in. And I was like, fuck, I had to do the whole thing sucked in. You know how uncomfortable that is?
It's awful, man. You shouldn't have to deal with that. They should.
Yeah, I have good insurance too. And I've met my maximum out of pocket. I should be treated like royalty
like a fucking
at this
king.
place.
Yeah, you're a king to me, baby. I gotta nominate somebody for Dick of the Week. Obviously, I have a job and I have people who work for me, and sometimes things happen. and they get into accidents every once in a while. All right, and it's never any good. It's never any fun. But this guy is nominated because he lied in his initial story. So when I had to tell my boss what happened, I had to come back and then tell him the true version of events and look like a total complete asshole that I was trying to cover for my employee, which I wasn't, because I was pissed at this guy for getting into an accident in the first place, because it should never happen. But he lied about the story, and then he told the police a different story, and the police, of course, are going to go, we're going to go with that one. And so I gave my boss one story of what happened. I had to immediately come back and say, I was wrong. This is what actually happened.
I didn't know you had a boss, man. I
look
thought
like
you were
an asshole.
like head dick.
Oh, I'm the head dick in where I am, but I do have somebody above me who is the head dick. Head dick squared.
How far up or how far away from you from not having a dick over you?
That's the American dream. It's not work hard and get rich. It's just how well do I have to be promoted so there's no dick over my head?
I got about 3 levels to go, but I'm at a spot now where I have a lot of autonomy because I've developed a reputation of being trustworthy and good at what I do. So I get a lot of free range. Yeah.
Same. Yeah, nobody ever checks on me.
All right. All right. Who are we thinking? Cody, who's your dick of the week this week of the nominations here?
Dennis. I don't like Dennis. Dennis made me go down weird alleyways.
Okay. I mean, that wasn't really a nomination, but I guess we're gonna count it now.
Dennis.
All right. Randy, who are you going with?
I'm gonna go with this pre-bag chop salad person. Like fucking.
That's thinking with your Dickman.
Oh. All right. Not bad.
No.
Tony Khan.
Tony Khan. Okay.
When in doubt,
Randy.
Tony Khan. Randy has failed many high school tests, filling in C, Tony Khan for every answer and just praying. When in doubt,
Statistically, C's your best shot.
it's not. It's literally not, Randall, because there's things called true or false tests that many people who just mark C fail completely and get zeros because they didn't realize they were taking a true or false.
Yeah. Randy, hit the bumper.
Scantron. Always fill B's.
Incredibly handsome expert.
Scantron, my mom and I were talking about voting.
This week's Dick of the Week award goes to
Svenson for not asking Rodrigo about the goddamn being a voodoo child.
We just got him to start sending in Dick of the Weeks again.
I know, but this encourages him. Like when we give him attention, he starts giving us.
He likes the chili peppers, so it's just like if we give him sugar, like, oh, thanks, baby, he'll be like, well, fuck this, I'm leaving. Svensson needs like a chili pepper dipped in like
suck my kiss.
Yeah, he's that. He'll do better next time.
Yeah.
Voodoo, Svenson, more voodoo.
Yeah.
More voodoo. Yeah, get into Rodrigo, man.
Rodrigo can
Get
probably
him on the show.
Like Rodrigo can probably shoot like Cajun lightning out of his toes, and you're just like, oh man, he's kissing girls.
Yeah,
we gotta. He's got to be stopped. We got to stop this. We got to stop this girl kisser. We got to stop this girl kisser.
Like not even like the voodoo. Sure, that's super interesting, but like why so many relationships? That just sounds terrible. That sounds awful to me. Like one is more than enough. One is God. I don't need any more than that. Like after this one's over, I'm not doing that shit again. Like, oh Jesus Christ, this guy just loves torturing himself. It's like just what is it? You know what I'm talking about, Cody.
Huh?
Some people like the pain.
No, I'm just kidding. No, relationships are hard. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to maintain. Yeah. Like now,
life's
especially if they don't know about each other. Like I want to know that. Do they know about each other? Because if they know about each other, that's one thing. But if they don't know about it, can you imagine that? Does the guy carry 4 different burner phones? Right? Does he have a different black books for different things to remember?
See, burner with interchangeable SIM cards, burner phones are a thing of the past. You just keep a little dish of SIM cards now and just pop
Google
them in.
Voice. Yeah.
And a little VoIP. Yeah.
Yep.
That's how you do it, kids.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
Brought to you by Cody McCann.
TRDS.
Game in the system since the beginning.
Hey, Cody, you want to go step by step how to access the dark web on the next?
I actually don't know how to do that. Do you? Can you teach me?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. It's going to get fucking weird.
This stuff scares me.
Yeah. What's the first thing we're going to buy off of the dark web? We can hire a hitman.
No. Can we find like the most innocent thing to ship to Rem off of the dark web? Like you know what I mean? Like, look, my grandmother's doilies, $4.99 each to a good home. We'll just send Rem like 9 of those.
How does buying drugs off the dark web work? Like, it's got to be delivered to you, right?
You need a coin.
You drop house. You find an abandoned house somewhere near you.
I sold all my Bitcoin to go gambling. I don't gamble anymore, Cody. I quit. I don't tell you anything, so you don't know that. I quit. Gambling.
Yeah, you quit gambling because you sucked beef so much at it.
Yep. I had several bad days in a row and lost all my money. And then I said to Randy, I said, hey Randy, should I just invest a little bit more into gambling and see what happens? And Randy said, yes, absolutely. So I spent some money on some gambling and I lost it all that same day. And I was like, you know what, Randy, fuck you. I'm never asking you for advice again.
And see, by doing nothing, I'm immediately a better friend than Randy in this circumstance.
Yeah, you are.
See?
You are.
I've had a rough week with the scratchies.
See, you can't just say that without context, Randy. There's kids listening.
Yeah, you got to wash that ass with a new washcloth. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop using
scratch
Kristen's.
off lottery tickets.
Oh, isn't this embarrassing for me only? Go on. Go on.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been chasing on these $30 tickets and it's not
what?
working.
You fucking addict. $30. I thought my mom was crazy. I'm lowering my voice because she might be in the next room. But she does. She when she finds out I'm going to Boston or New York, she's like, "Yo, get me like 20s." And I think the 20s are crazy. But you
don't have scratchies out there
here? No, there's no scratchies here.
What?
You don't have lottery in Hawaii? Are you kidding me? Those people would love.
How do you pay for education?
How
do you pay for education?
We just chloroform the kids and trick them into
Hawaii sucks. No gambling and no weed. Jesus Christ.
I mean, you get weed with the card.
I would not do well there. I'm never coming to Hawaii.
Why?
I will. Cody's going to invite me to something. I'm going to go.
You
have to really make it alluring.
No, you're gonna like dirt.
Can we do a gathering of the Juggalos in Hawaii?
That's not. We don't.
A GCW tournament of death in Cody's backyard.
There's no snakes, rabies, or Juggalos in Hawaii because of our strict agricultural policy. Yeah, no.
Is Hawaii like when my dad goes to Italy, he tries to smuggle shit back into America. Is Hawaii like that too? Like, can you not leave with local fruit and stuff? Or can you not bring in?
No, it's more about keeping like bugs that will annihilate the fragile like plant life out. Like there's one of the island's problem. I can't remember the name of the tree, but it's the name of the tree. Sudden death syndrome. So let's substitute birch in there. So
like
Hawaii
sudden
is
adult death syndrome.
Yeah, Hawaii is suffering a problem called tree sudden death syndrome, and they're struggling with it. Because the name of the fucking thing is tree death syndrome. Like, they can't get any more specific. Like, they fucking die. I don't know. What do you want to call the disease? Sudden death syndrome.
Constant wasting's disease.
Sudden death syndrome. So, yeah, to keep sudden death syndrome off our trees, we have to, like, say no to a lot of things that could have propagative properties. So,
okay.
Things that can, make their own roots or fungal or hive systems need to be.
Yeah, don't bring my bees. My killer.
Do you have ants?
What were those killer bees that they had a few years ago that were coming to America?
Murder hornets.
Murder hornets. Yeah. What happened to those things?
Just like everything.
They got to Portland and they were just like, no, we're not. We're turning back here. Like, that's literally what happens. They're in the PNW and they just stopped advancing after they got in that region. It was just like, nope, we're not.
Leave it to Portland to save us.
Yeah, thank you
by being shitty.
Yeah, thank you for your service. Land of ports.
All right. So Cody, I'm trying to get to this last story. I want to tell you specifically. I think Randy heard some of it, but last week, well, a few months ago, my wife's grandfather passed away. Right,
my wife.
My wife. But
is it a Borat joke?
Yeah. There was no real relationship here, right? Because after my wife's grandmother died, the grandfather kind of took off with a different family, and nobody heard from her or anything. And just in recent years, my mother-in-law had started to get back in touch with her father, right? But none of the kids. So it wasn't a close thing or anything. So a couple months ago, he passed away. And then just this past weekend, his newer family wanted to spread his ashes down in the water where he used to have a house and where my current in-laws do live now, right down on the shoreline. And everyone's kind of friendly. So it was these people, they showed up. All right. And then
what do you mean these people?
Yeah, these people. I don't know really what to call them. But the dead guy's new family, they showed up, and then my mother and father-in-law, and then my two sisters-in-law and my two brothers-in-law were also there, and it was me and my wife, and we had the little one with us, right? So first thing, the weird thing, this is all weird to me, and maybe nobody finds this funny or interesting, but I just got to tell a story anyway, so I'm sorry. But they're late, of course, and so they show up afterwards, and they're carrying this black box, and I was like, oh. That's what the ashes are in. How nice. It's got a name on there. Oh, very cool. They're going to take the box down to the water and do their little thing and spread the ashes and all that stuff, right? And then I see someone follow the black box with several solo cups, red solo cups. I was thinking, oh, I don't see any liquor around here, nor do I see beer, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. And then the cups go across the counter, and the ashes get opened, and they're dividing the ashes up into the red solo cups. And so, okay, that's fine.
They play the red solo cup song while they were doing this.
So I'm just sitting back, and I just assume everybody's going to go down to the water, and I'm just going to stand there because I didn't know the guy. I'm just being respectful of the family because that's what I do, right? You go there to support your family, and so all of a sudden the dead guy's wife or whatever she is, she comes walking over to me, and she's got two of these solo cups in her hand, and she's got one extended out to me, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, huh? And she's like, here, this is for you. And I'm like, I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I never fucking knew this guy. I don't know who you are. I don't know what's going on. I do not want to hold anybody's ashes in my hand. And in the meanwhile, I'm taking.
You're one of those people that's afraid of death. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Randy, Rem's afraid of death.
So that's what you get for not losing your whole nuclear family.
Yeah.
So suddenly I'm holding this cup, the solo cup of ashes. It's about half full, and it's way heavier than I expected. It's super heavy, right? Like you pick a bunch of wood ashes, that weighs nothing, but this is a heavy cup of fucking ashes.
Those are human ashes, buddy.
Yeah.
Dense.
So I get up. My wife has a cup, and the little one's walking with us, and my mother and father-in-law are walking. They have cups, and then the woman who gave me the cup, the dead guy's wife, she has a cup, and I think somebody else does. And I look over at my brothers and sisters-in-law, and I look back, and none of them are getting up.
Doing shots? Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. They're all just sitting back there. I'm looking, I'm like, what's happening? And I realize none of them are coming because they all think because they never had a relationship, they don't have to do any of this bullshit. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with a cup of your goddamn grandfather's ashes in my hand?
Just ashes.
Moving.
Chill.
Well,
Yeah. nobody
got up. And so I don't. You can't.
You're
really see,
representing the family.
This is an audio podcast, but now I'm walking with a cup of ashes, giving a dirty look to all my in-laws. I'm holding it as far away from me as possible.
Why?
What
is wrong with you?
I got my arm out here.
Rim.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. All right. Maybe I'm a little uncomfortable holding a cup of ashes.
It's human.
Exactly.
God,
it's the stuff
lose
you
a
are.
dog and have it
Exactly.
cremated.
And so then my wife looks at me, and then she's like, "You want me to take that?" And I said, "Please, get it out of my hand as fast as possible."
You should have went like, there was this radio show in high school called Lex and Terry. You ever hear of it?
No.
Hilarious, guys. Oh, well, they would send a guy out to do Spread My Mom, where he would go to like fast food restaurants and say, "This is my mom's favorite restaurant. Can I spread her ashes?" And he would like bawl and scream. Like, you should have done that. You should have been like, "Oh, Fred, oh my God, take your dad in his prime." And just like ashes all over you and the kid and the wife. And then just make it as awkward as humanly possible. And then smile and walk away.
No.
That's what I would have done.
No, the obvious joke here is to switch your solo cup out with something you don't actually mind drinking.
Oh.
And then when the countdown happens, you like drink it instead of spreading it.
I could have absolutely used you guys, that day to have some fun here. Yeah. But I gave the cup to my wife. We get down to the water, and my wife's never had to spread ashes before, but she has no problem doing it. And so she takes the cup.
How you're making like it's a fucking process to spread ash. You literally just turn the cup upside down.
There's a story here, and I'm trying to finish, and you'll understand why. Because so you look over and you see the old lady. She's got the little cup and she's just sprinkling them into the water, right? And then my mother-in-law, she's sprinkling hers in the water. And my wife has 2 cups. And she takes 1 cup, dump. She just dumps it all right into the water. Just a big puddle, the big cloud of ashes, right? And she realized, like, oh, I probably shouldn't have done it that way. So the next one, she starts to sprinkle. So there's a little more,
Either or.
a little more finesse to it. Yeah. So that's my ashes story. Yep.
I don't know. I've seen the Big Lebowski, so I know how to spread ashes.
Yeah, you got to take the wind into consideration. I've done this too, Randy. Like, morbid fact. Yes, I've done this too. You got to take the wind into consideration. Yes, Rem, they are heavier than they're not paper ashes, so like they're not light.
I used to be a delivery guy.
If it's freaking you out, like when you're touching the ashes, you're not touching anything that used to be like their eyeball or their heart or their brain.
No, I understand
because the ashes are strictly bone.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. Yeah, I know what they are. But like I used to be a delivery type of person, and we'd have to every once in a while deliver cremated remains,
right?
And we'd have this box, right? And the box would always be heavy, and I always just assumed that there was like some type of urn or something that was heavy, like a big metal urn. No,
it's a gallon.
Apparently,
Ziploc.
it's just the ashes. It's just
a gallon
fucking
Ziploc
ashes.
bag or something.
Holy shit!
Because the people that hand those over to you are not. You're supposed to be the presentation people after that point. The people that hand you that gallon Ziploc bag are the scientist nerds that are trying to get college credits somewhere, so you can't expect them to have
they're
any
tasting it like the cops
flair.
taste cocaine.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. That's
It's like,
it.
oh,
So thank you.
This one is probably Italian.
Oh, that's a spicy meatball.
San Marzano and their bone ashes.
Oh,
It's not really
else?
it's not really Italian if it's not made in Parmigiana. Or what
It's not really Italian if you don't have an A at the end of it.
Italiano, yeah.
Yeah.
Land of Ports in the chat.
Portland.
All right. Yeah, Randy's calmed down on the AI. Cody, you got anything else for this week?
Hey, I sold my first canvas. Thank you very much.
Hey.
I mean, it cost me $45, but the guy's going to put it in his bar.
Is it the one I gave you the idea for?
No.
Cody,
No,
I told Randy
that's an NFT now.
Oh yeah, we have an NFT.
That's an NFT that's up for auction.
It's I told Randy to do 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse in Dr. Seuss style, and now it's an NFT.
Yep, and it's got a lot of faves.
You got one going up in a bar, bud? That's awesome. You're an artist.
Walrus Gumbo. The guy, I asked the guy whenever I did the fantasy football draft, he had just closed on the bar and he let us use it the night he closed.
Wow.
And so we were like, cool. And I was like, what are you doing for art? I can generate AI art. He's like, what's that? And he gave me a prompt.
let me tell
Walrus
you.
Gumbo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then I said, if I print it out on a print, will you hang it up in here? And he said, absolutely. So now he's going to hang it up. I got to get it down to him somehow.
Going in the chat,
It's
bit.do/TRDS1. Cody, anything
Yeah,
going
I'm
on
trying
with
to find it.
this week while Randy's finding shit? Anything to look forward to? Got anything going on?
No.
No, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, I can always rely on you for not
love
extending the show. Love
Yeah.
you too, buddy.
It's not my contract.
No.
Everything's
Hey,
above your pay grade if you don't get paid for anything.
Hey, Cody.
Yeah.
This was a really fun episode. I was thinking maybe you could take the video to this one and make it look nice. We can put it on YouTube. What do you think? Just see how it goes. Just to see how it goes. Just like
Okay.
this once. All right. Randy, let Cody know when the video's up because Cody's going to do something nice with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What niceties are you looking for?
I don't know. Just make it look like a show.
Add production value. Got it.
Yeah. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what
If
I'm
you need
talking
me to
about.
change
fool.
anything on the OBS settings, let me know.
Yeah. All right, Randy. Say the words, buddy.
Let's bring this baby home.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to episode 226 of The Rich Dickman Show. We've done 226 of these bad boys. Holy moly. But we love what you do, so thank you. Thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. And we really appreciate the time that you've given us, because time truly is the most valuable thing we have in life, because we don't have enough of it. And it's always getting less and less. Less and less until you're a cup of ashes, you're in a solo cup, and some asshole doesn't want anything to do with you, and then some woman dumps you into the ocean.
The solo cup is a weird move. The only weird move with that is solo cups.
Ashes, mud.
You should have gotten something a little less disposable.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been solo cups.
Or
like teacups.
Well, no. It's wrong because
Fine
it's
china.
cheap and it's something you're supposed to drink out of.
Yeah.
Like, specifically hand out, like spoons. Like, Get like a set of copper spoons and hand them around.
Or like, just use your hands. Don't be a pussy, right? Just use your hands.
Rem, you didn't want to be near the ashes.
No, I didn't. I'm not saying me. I'm not saying I would do it.
Okay.
I'm just saying, just pass the box, morons. That's what Amara says. If you like what we do, you want to support the show, tell a friend, and leave a review. That'd be great. 5 stars are cool. If you like us even more than that, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Rich Dickman. You get every extra content when we put it out there. We got Stony Curiosity coming up. Randy and I
want ash spreadings to have the same chaotic energy as gender reveals.
Okay.
Like, you know, when I die and you spread my ashes, I damn well want half of a state to be on fire. Yeah. I don't care which one, preferably California, but I want at least one half of a state somewhere to be on fire, and it's a cop-out if it's Rhode Island.
Hell yeah. Fuck California. Yeah.
What about Washington, D.C.?
That's not a state.
If it's a state, it will be by then.
No.
You'll live a while, Cody.
Dems
need it.
Randy and I are thinking about recording a pilot for his new project and throwing it on the Patreon first.
You, Kristen, and I.
Huh?
And maybe Cody if he wants to do a voice.
Yeah. So check it out.
What?
This stuff up there. But thank you for the support. Patrons, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for keeping us in business as we do it. And Mr. Dickman, thank you. Find us online, richdickman.com, for all of your Rich Dickman needs. Click the merch tab. Get yourself some shirts. All right. We got the Amazon shirt. Oh, I still got to put the Your Politics or Suck shirt on the website. I'm so lazy. Oh. I wish I had a web designer. But you can find our shirts and you go to Amazon. You just search Rich Dickman. You can find our stuff. And check us out on YouTube. All right, check us on YouTube. Maybe this episode. Maybe you'll see our pretty faces up there on YouTube this week. Maybe you don't. Maybe not. Who knows? Cody, no pressure, bud. Whatever. No, whenever. Yeah. Listen to our friends over at Not For You Consumption Podcast. I heard them say something about making bumpers and paying people to play them. Joke's on you, assholes. I've been doing it for free for a long time, so suck my D. RichDickmanShow@gmail.com. And I love you guys. For Not For You Consumption. Check them out. At Rich Dickman Show on Twitter. Executive producer Randy is at Sir0 with an E or Sir0 with an E @gmail.com. Cody is at Cody McCann, CODYMCCANN. Producer Ryan is at Ryan TRDS. My mother's at Rem_Mama. And I, of course, am at Rem Dickman. Randy, do your thing that you do here.
All right. If you want to get all the content the patrons pay for, but for free, come to bit.do/TRDS1 on Thursdays around 10 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to leave us a voicemail like Svenson did, give us a call at 860-316-4776 or email your audio clip to richdickmanshow@gmail.com.
If you know somebody that does voodoo, bother them extensively and then let us know what happened. And if
we have questions.
Yes.
If you feel sudden stinging pains in your side in the middle of the night due to
it's voodoo.
Dolls being stabbed.
Who's so
or
far
constipation.
Away when I feel the snake bite into my veins.
Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Randy. Love you guys. See you next week. Good night.
See ya.
Boosh. I was singing Voodoo by Godsmack.
Don't do that. Apparently people don't like Godsmack for some reason.
One of my least favorite words.
It was just a song.
In
Godsmack?
One of my least favorite words in the human language is voodoo yen, and that's a voodoo high priestess is voodoo yen, like a comedian, but a voodoo yen. Yeah,
sounds made up.
It does. It sounds made up, and it does sound cool. But if you look at that word printed out, it'll give you dyslexia. You're just like, there's too many vowels. Like it's just a one-to-one like dyslexia causer, like voodoo yen.
Feels like it doesn't even make sense.
It's a voodoo priestess. Yeah. This could be totally wrong, but in voodoo, the code for human sacrifice is Cabri Sancor, I believe, is the code word for human sacrifice.
Why do you know this?
Because there was a video game that relied on you knowing this from Sierra a while ago called Gabriel Knight. And they call human sacrifices Cabri Sancor, which literally translates to hornless goats. Those don't exist, so it's just like hornless goat, wink, wink, add one hornless goat to your sacrifice, wink. You know what I mean? Then that means like you need to find a human for your ritual.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.